Hi there, I'm out in my catchment today, when I've been working in recently, and I'm out today trying to look at how the soils are going on. We've got a typical sort of Cornish winter weather storm. It's been raining for the last 24 hours or so, and this is actually a really good opportunity in time to look at how those soils are coping. So with this quite heavy rainfall, is the rainfall coming in and infiltrating down through the soil, or is it sitting on the top and running off? Perhaps there's compaction. The soils we've got here are actually quite free draining medium loamy soils and also the subsoil. So this rainfall should really, in a ideal scenario, go down through the soil. However, often when we get compaction or capping on the surface, that doesn't occur. So that's what we're going to go look at today. So you can see this field here is generating overland flow or runoff, and that's because the rainfall is not going down in and down through the soils. It's not infiltrating down through. As I said a bit earlier, these are generally medium loamy soils with a free draining subsoil, so they can generally accept quite a high amount of rainfall, but this one isn't coping very well, so it's probably got some compaction somewhere in the surface lower down, and that water and sediment with it is coming out of the field. This is the kind of low point here where the gate is, unfortunately, and it's coming down onto the road, and as soon as it gets into the road it's then into a culvert and then into the river. So in a minute perhaps I'll show you a field that is working, hopefully. So as you can see, in contrast, this field's doing really well actually. It's managed to infiltrate all that rainwater. It's gone down to the soil, down to the subsoil, and it's looking fine. There's no runoff. So I've come to the tributary that's below the first field we looked at, which was losing sediment and water at the gate. And as you can see, this one's very turbid and got a lot of colour, so this is a hotspot area. So I'll mark that down and I'll go down to the next catchment and look. So this is actually very interesting. The tributary here is very much clearer. There's a lot less suspended sediment in the water, less turbidity. That's indicating to me that there's less runoff and perhaps the soils are functioning better here, so perhaps there's lower risk cropping here, different management, things like that. So I actually thought this one might be one of the worst ones, but it's one of the better ones by the looks of it, so very interesting. That's why it's really important to get out in this wet weather and have a good look around, really get to know your catchment. So come lower down this tributary, you'll see it's got a bit more colour, it's got a lot more flow. It's not doing too badly compared to some of those other ones. I'll keep on going down and walk down to the confluence and see what's looking there. So you can probably see this tributary that comes into the other one I've been walking has got quite a bit more colour in. So obviously this is more likely to have some soil runoff problems and compaction, things like that. So this is a good one to target as well.